Hey, in today's episode I would like to compare these two lavalier microphones. One of them, no brand, $10 only from Amazon, and the other one, DPA 4060, that cost me almost $700. And of course there should be a difference in sound between the two, but how big is the difference? But I'm gonna start this video talking about some other differences that you might be not aware of, and then later I'm gonna do the test between the two here in my studio, which is very controlled environment with all the sound blankets around me. Later we will move outside and I'm gonna compare these two somewhere on the street, and also I'm gonna compare them in a windy situation with windshield and without the windshield. So stick to the end of the video to watch it all. Of course, let's start from the elephant in the room, and it's the size of those two microphones. To be honest, this $10 microphone is so much bigger than this for $700. And you might be wondering, why does the size matter? Because you can see this trend on YouTube right now that everyone holds their wireless microphones next to their mouth. One thing is incorrect is holding your mic like this, because it actually sounds much better if it's here on your chest. Yeah, and it seems like people don't care anymore. They don't hide their lavalier microphones. And yeah, it might be actually totally fine because we are in the era of content creation. But if we are talking not about only YouTube and content creation, but if we are talking about movies, if we are talking about theaters, it's very important the size of your microphone, because this one is so much easier to conceal, and this is actually not the smallest microphone that DPA microphones have. So the size actually matters, especially for professionals in the industry. The next difference is actually a build quality. While this one $10 mic might last you for a while, but I already feel like the cord here is not attached properly and I can move it inside the microphone around. But this one built to last, and they usually on film sets go through very rough conditions, and you'll be very disappointed if after 10 movie shifts your microphone died. And also it's very important that this DPA microphone is moisture resistant and sweat resistant, which is very helpful on sets. One more difference between the two, as I said before, is cord quality. An interesting thing that they both very soft, but this one is like so much bigger than this one. But it's important to know that these expensive microphones are very sensitive, and I decided to get for myself this DPA microphone over the Senken or over the Sennheiser microphones, which I actually ordered but decided to return and exchange for this one because the cord from Sennheiser microphone produced so much noise. You can hear any noise that coming from the cable when you actually touch it. Yeah, especially if you move around and your mic under your t-shirt or something. And there are some tricks that professionals use that I will talk about in another video. One more difference between the two is actually how loud the sound they can handle. Not sure about this cheap one, but this guy over here can handle very loud sounds. But if you need to record something louder, let's say like car engine, these guys have other microphones that can handle much more than this one. Another difference between the two is actually connectivity. You see, if we talk about this cheap Amazon microphone, it goes with a standard 3.5mm jack that you can connect straight to your camera and you're good to go. But this one, very expensive one, have several connection options. You just screw on the adapter that works with your wireless system, or in my case I decided to pick up the XLR adapter that I connect straight to my Zoom F3 recorder, which is 32-bit flow, and I have so much more room on post-production. And yeah, that was all the differences between the two except the sound quality. And now I'm gonna do a little Conseal test using these sticky strips. So right now you can see under my shirt this $10 cheap Amazon microphone, and I think it's a little bit noticeable when I move around. Yeah, so you can see it right here. And now I'm wearing this expensive one, and if I'm gonna move around, I'm not actually sure if you can see it. Anyway, it's less noticeable than this cheap one. Okay, and before we're gonna do the sound test right now in this very controlled environment with a lot of sound blankets around me, and it's worth to mention because right now your ears are so used to hear this just best of the best microphone, and both of them actually gonna sound so much worse, so be prepared. But after a few minutes your ears are gonna be used to those microphones and you're gonna hear the difference. And by the way, you're gonna hear raw sound right now, so I'm not gonna do any post-processing to it, and also I'm gonna use exactly the same clip, so my speech is going to be exactly the same. Let's go. And test number one. Okay, the quiet one. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy duck. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy duck. She sells seashells by the seashore, and the shells she sells are surely seashells. She sells seashells by the seashore, and the shells she sells are surely seashells. Okay, now louder. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy duck. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy duck. She sells seashells by the seashore, and the shells she sells are surely seashells. She sells seashells by the seashore, and the shells she sells are surely seashells. Well, let's move outside. So the first test, and we have quite a bit of noise right here on the street. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy duck. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy duck. She sells seashells by the seashore, and the shells she sells are surely seashells. She sells seashells by the seashore, and the shells she sells are surely seashells. And now we're gonna do the second test with wind protectors. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy duck. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy duck. She sells seashells by the seashore, and the shells she sells are surely seashells. She sells seashells by the seashore, and the shells she sells are surely seashells. And the last test, I'm gonna use this portable fan right now, right into my mics. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy duck. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy duck. She sells seashells by the seashore, and the shells she sells are surely seashells. She sells seashells by the seashore, and the shells she sells are surely seashells. So, what do you think? Is there a really $690 of difference between the two? Leave a comment below, and as always, I see you in the next one. Bye.